Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We are now going to embark on me actually being in France for the first time. So here we go. May 23rd, 2024, 7:04 a.m. After a long trip, I'm in Rouen. Luckily, my basic understanding of French helped me when I needed it. While waiting for one of my trains, I struck up a conversation with an old lady, which was good practice. Some things I understood, some I had absolutely no clue. I also met up with one of my roommates, Ethan, which in French is pronounced Ethan. I also went to go explore outside for a bit, and let me tell you, Rouen is beautiful. There are a ton of churches, neat little shops and alleyways, and quite a bit of old architecture. I am trying to get credits while out here for school, and to do that, I need to write about a problem I noticed in France. For me, I noticed how much graffiti there was. Almost every single wall on the train to Rouen had graffiti on it. Personally, I was super surprised at this discovery. This topic later changed actually to smoking because, dear God, I literally walked a minute walk from like where I was to the metro and counted like 8 people using nicotine products, so like vapes or smoking. Today, I plan to tour Paris, which means I need a ticket to go back. I also need to get a monthly metro pass. Finally, I would like to go find a bookstore that sells manga. I would like to see Jojo's Bizarre Adventure Steel Ball Run in the flesh for the first time. Some things I forgot to mention earlier was that my first meal was at WRRRRYYYYY, which I ordered this light pancake with cheese, ham, egg, and potatoes stuffed in it. It was very good, as well as the service. Another thing that I didn't mention is that I met this girl on my plane to Paris. Her name is Moira, and she's cute with a good sense of humor. I'll be going to Paris to meet her today. Alrighty, I'll see what today brings me. See ya. 7:20 a.m. So yeah, that's kind of my first impression of Rouen. Really nice little town. Really a tourist place. If you were to go to Paris, or not Paris, if you were to go to France, I would highly recommend going to Rouen. It's spelled Rouen, by the way. It's obviously pronounced, hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly, because that's how I've always heard it be pronounced when I was there. But yeah, Jojo manga. Oh my gosh, let me tell you, I walked into their library, their manga selection is like 4 times larger than like a Barnes & Noble's manga section. It is crazy. Literally, from the bottom of the floor to the top of the ceiling was just filled with manga, like 360, like an entire room dedicated to it. It's crazy. And so I actually got here, while I was there, I got 6 manga. I got 6 of them because I'm a huge JoJo fan, and I just had to get them, right. Granted, they're in French, and I could totally like read them if I really put the time and effort into it. But I really like the art. For me, the art is what makes it great. And so the ones I got were volume 17 of Steel Ball Run. Probably one of the coolest covers in my opinion. And volume 24 of Steel Ball Run. This is the last volume of Steel Ball Run. So that was cool. And by the way, I did read or listen to translations in English of Steel Ball Run and of JoJo. Obviously, I didn't want to spoil it for myself. So some of these books I got after the part I read. So for instance, I got volume 5 of JoJo. Again, another really cool cover. And then I got volume 26, which is the second to last volume, JoJo. However, it is by far one of the coolest ones. I kind of wish it was bright over here, but it's a little dark. Finally, and I caught these at like the last possible second. Both the first and second volumes of Jojo Lands, which is part 9. So this stuff is absolutely new. This, I saw it when I got there. I got into the library and I saw it on the shelf like the first time I went in there, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's Jojo Lands. And I didn't grab it the first time because I was like, oh, that's cool. I'll think about it, if I want to get it or not. It didn't take until maybe a week before I left France that it actually got restocked. Every single time after that, it was not there. But luckily, when it restocked with this one, I think a week later, the second volume came out. So, yeah, look at those. Oh my gosh. Obviously, the lighting isn't great, but these are very, bright and vibrant colors that hopefully you can see them. But they're so cool. They are so cool. And not only that, but for each of them, we don't really have this with our American or English counterparts for JoJo because our books are bigger. But what they did is they put on art on the side. And so when you have all the volumes, it makes this giant kind of display. So yeah, I was really excited when I saw that stuff, and I was so happy to get it. These books are like, I think 4 chapters on average. They cost like $7, 7 or 8 euros, which isn't bad. I think, though, if you were to compare it to the American price, I think it's still less because recently the people that produce it have increased the price for an English book to be $25. So something like this costs $25 unless you get it on sale from like Amazon, which I did. And so that means that, 3 of these equals to about 1 of these. Wait, hold up. Chapter 73 to 90, that's 17 chapters. It actually is 4 books. These might be more worth it comparing price to the amount of chapters you get. So if this is about 16, 17 chapters, and that's $25, and this is only 4 chapters, then that means that, it'll be less, even if it's $7. Yeah. So I was super happy I got that stuff in France. And obviously, you could probably tell by now, but I'm a huge JoJo fan. I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It is my favorite anime of all time. And if you want to know specifically what my favorite Joestar is, it's probably... God, I don't even know. It's so hard to choose. I think personally myself, I'm a Joseph Joestar kind of guy. Like, if I were to cosplay, I would be best suited for Joseph Joestar, and I could pull off his personality. But I think my favorite one has got to be maybe Johnny or Josuke from JoJolion. So I'm kind of a Part 7, Part 8 fan, personally. So, well, anyway, that's going to be it for my second video. I hope you guys enjoyed me rambling about one of my hobbies. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.